Guys, how's it going? Stout Man coming back at you again today. Yeah, I'm doing this video because I need something to do to keep my mind off of something else that's causing me a little stress right now that I'm gonna have to do in a few hours. You know, a medical procedure thing that I'm like, not looking forward to. Nothing serious, just like, not looking forward to it because I have an anxiety disorder, alright? And because, for whatever reason, my anxiety disorder decided that I'm going to be anxious about this. So anyways, with that out of the way, I figured, why not? I just got these Blu-rays in the mail. Why not talk about, well, one of them wasn't, but yeah, why not talk about them while I'm, waiting for this event to happen. So anyways, recently, over the weekend previously, GoHastings.com had another sale, one of their sales that they have sometimes where it's like 20, 30, 40% off. This time around it was only 30% off, and it was just 30% off of everything you used. And for those who don't know, their shipping cost on every one of their Blu-rays is $1.29. So when you figure in their shipping costs to the cost after the 30% is taken off, then you can get a sense of how much it's going to cost. So, with shipping cost included, to get these shipped to my door, each of these next 3 Blu-rays cost me $3.92. They are used copies, but from what I looked and saw, Go Hastings is usually really good when it comes to used copies of Blu-rays. And from what I saw, they were in really good shape, so yeah. First one I picked up for $3.92, so about $4, was TMNT, the CGI animated Ninja Turtles movie. Now you might remember that for Black Friday I also picked up this bad boy right here. For $6.96 I got the first, second, and third movie on Blu-ray. And at the time, I thought that because there's no special features mentioned on the back here, I thought that there weren't any special features on any of these. I thought they were bare bones discs. Especially thought that because when you actually open up the case here, what you get is the most bare bones of absolutely no artwork on any of these discs. It's just, yeah. But there was one movie missing from this set, of course. But there was one missing movie from this set, and I picked it up finally. So now I have all 4 movies on Blu-ray, and this cost me $6.96. This cost me $3.92 so for a total of less than $11. I got the entire Ninja Turtles series on Blu-ray, movie series I should say, except for the new one. But as you can tell, I almost forgot to add that one in there. Gee, I wonder why. So the interesting thing is, I was surprised to learn that these actually do have the special features on them. So these are, I believe, the same Blu-rays that you can get in the other set. It's just that they don't have the special features listed on the back. Which, whatever, I'm okay with that. And then, of course, this one also has all the special features on it. Commentary, alternate opening, deleted scene, side-by-side comparison, interviews with voice talent Patrick Stewart, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Lawrence Fishburne, and filmmakers. So, yeah, pretty cool. This movie was more inspired and more crafted based on the work of Peter Laird. So this is kind of like Peter Laird's baby. Whereas the newer movie kind of was Kevin Eastman's baby, because they didn't really contact... I don't believe they might have contacted him, but he didn't really do anything for the movie. The new one that came out last year. Whereas Kevin Eastman, he was a major part of that. He was like a consultant for that movie. So, yeah. I don't know. Make your choice. Which one do you think was better? This one or the new one? I think the new one isn't horrible, but I do have a soft spot in my heart for this version of TMNT. Hence why I picked it up for under $4. Next up, we've got 2 pretty violent and awesome movies. One that I've needed to pick up for a long time and just finally got around to it. Reservoir Dogs. True story, I had not actually seen this until last year. I believe I watched it for my friend Matt's birthday. We were watching a bunch of movies on his birthday, and this was one of the movies that he made us watch, and I was not disappointed in the least. This was a fantastic movie. I don't know why it took me so long to watch it. I love Quentin Tarantino, so it's like, why would you wait that long to watch it? And yeah, I mean, just fantastic movie. It always goes on sale for a pretty decent price on Blu-ray, but the thing is, the Blu-ray is actually pretty good quality. And no matter what price you can get it for, you know, if it's about $5 and you're getting a good deal, essentially. And it's worth it. It's worth every penny. So I got this for $3.92, and yeah. It's pretty much like new. I looked on the disc itself. It didn't look like it had been touched at all. So, yeah. Next up, we have something that I discovered last year. I think we watched it for our 365 Movies Project Flicks thing Brandon and I did. Brandon and I watched this movie for that Project Flicks thing. It was one of the 365 movies that we watched. And we really didn't know what to expect going into it. All we knew was that it was Mel Gibson kind of pre or post going insane kind of thing. It was one of the movies that he did either during that time or slightly after that time. And, you know, we were kind of worried about what to expect, but we were pleasantly surprised because this, not only is it kind of like so over the top that it's hilarious, it's also just really freaking good. Get the Gringo. That's right. Mel Gibson in Get the Gringo. This was absolutely fantastic movie. I know a lot of people are gonna say, "Well, I didn't look interesting to me, so I didn't care to see it." What I would say to you is give it a second chance, because at first I felt the same way. I just kind of left. It was on my Netflix queue. And I just kind of left it there and never actually got around to watching it. And then I finally watched it with Brandon, and it was one of those where I was like, why have I waited this long to see this? This is fantastic. It's hilarious. It just shows that Mel Gibson is actually a pretty damn good actor, and he just blows it away in this one. Really, really good movie. So yeah, I watched it on Netflix with Brandon, and this is a prime example of something that I discovered through Netflix and decided to actually go out and purchase on Blu-ray because I want to own it in my collection now. $3.92, not a bad deal. That being said, those are all of the movies that I got at from Go Hastings for $3.92 each. I could have gotten a few more, but they weren't really things that I wanted, that I like really knew that I wanted in my collection. There are things that if I had a whole bunch of money to spend and, you know, I didn't care about whether or not I was going to watch it again soon, then probably would have just like bought. I probably would have spent like over $100 on that sale. But money being limited right now, I just kind of left it as is and did a little bit of shopping, but not too much. That being said, I did go out to Big Lots over the weekend, and Big Lots had a sale of their own. They've had a sale for the past few weeks, and I wanted to see if I could take advantage of it because they've had a few items there, a few Blu-rays on sale at pretty good prices. One of them was All About Eve's Digibook. The All About Eve Digibook that is out of print, and they were selling it for $5. And they didn't have any copies left when I got there. Of course, something like that goes on sale for $5. It's going to be gone the day after. But in most places, at least. They also apparently had Gone with the Wind special edition. Not like the big box set or anything, but just the special 1 or 2 disc edition for $7. And they had a bunch of other, you know, titles that were decently priced. So, like Black Swan was one of them. So, They were titles that normally go for between like $8 and $10, but they were on sale for about $5 there. But I couldn't find any other than Black Swan really, and I already have Black Swan, so I didn't care to get it. The only one that I did see there that I wanted was one that I picked up, and it's one where I kind of ate my hat and said, you know what? I don't hate the movie. I think it's a really good movie. I think it's something that I want in my collection, but it is one that I have in the past been angry about and have in the past talked shit about. So that being said, I'm gonna have to eat a little crow with this one because I picked it up. Slumdog Millionaire. Now, the reason I had a problem with this, the only problem I had with this, is that it is a solidly mediocre film. It's about a 6 or a 7 out of 10. Probably err on the side of a 7 out of 10. The problem I had with it is that it won so many freaking awards, and it really did not deserve to win as many awards as it won. It did not deserve all the recognition that it got. And when I was watching the award shows for these, and during the year that this came out, and watching how people were talking about it, it kind of made me feel like there was something up. Like there was some kind of, not that the votes had been bought or something like that, but it did kind of feel like that. It kind of felt like they were trying to recognize, this isn't even a Bollywood film, but it felt like they were kind of trying to recognize that the Bollywood kind of film through this, and it just felt really awkward and out of place. And having seen the movie and knowing that it was like a 6 or 7 out of 10, I'm just like, how are you allowing this movie to win awards over like 8 and 9 out of 10 movies that came out at the same time? It really bothered me. It stuck in my craw. So like it wasn't necessarily any problem that I had with the movie. It was the problem I had with the recognition that it received, that it really didn't deserve to receive, because it really was not that good. It's good. It is, technically excellent. Like, there's nothing necessarily wrong with it. It's just that there's nothing about it that necessarily makes it stand out and makes it one of the best movies ever, There's nothing really in it that makes it spectacular. It's just solidly mediocre. But that being said, I did like the movie, and I do want to watch it again. So when I saw this for $5 at Big Lots, plus there was a coupon that I had, so when I saw this for $5, yep, I bought it. And I don't regret it, honestly. I mean, like I said, I wanted to watch it again. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe it's more than solidly mediocre. But at least now that I have it, I can, watch it again and determine that for myself. But honestly, I don't think I'm gonna come to a new conclusion. I might, but I think that my conclusion is going to be the same on this, that it's a good movie, worth picking up, especially for $5, but it's not an award-winning movie. It's not a movie that deserved to win awards. Movies always win awards. Movies that don't deserve to win awards always do. It's just it's the nature of Hollywood, essentially. I mean, Golden Globes are as close as you're going to get to reality, and even they were kind of, with Slumdog Millionaire, they were ridiculous. But yeah, the Golden Globes, not really perfect, but they're about as close to the awards that should be given as you're going to get. Academy Awards, of course, being about the furthest that you're ever going to get. The last time I really agreed with the Academy Awards and was like excited to watch the Academy Awards was the year that No Country for Old Men was going up against There Will Be Blood. And I legitimately felt like that year, like if either of these movies wins, then either one would deserve to win. That was the year I was legitimately like, either one of these wins and I'll be happy. And so, yeah, one went over the other and I was happy because it's like, both deserved recognition and both were nominated. But, one has to win out over the other. So, yeah. But yeah, that was the last year where I felt like the Academy Awards got anything right. Since then, they've gotten a whole lot of things wrong. Just a swath of things wrong. And a few, every year in there, they get a few things right. But for the most part, it's just, I hesitate to say it, but a shit show. It's not worth watching. It's not worth paying attention to because, they don't count for anything and they don't necessarily represent the greatest in film anymore. I don't think they ever really have. There have been questionable choices in the Oscars for many, many decades. Pretty much since the Oscars began. So, yeah, if you're going to look at an award ceremony, award-winning movies, and you're going to use those as a determination of whether or not to watch something, or, something like that, if that's what you're getting at to a certain extent, I would highly advise you to choose the Golden Globes over the Academy Awards. Go watch movies that won Golden Globes. If they also happen to have won Academy Awards, great. But if all they've won is a Golden Globe, then there's even a better chance, I would say, that they're actually more deserving of that award and they're actually really good movies. Because I find that happens a lot. Movies that win a Golden Globe don't win an Oscar, and they're usually much better than they're given credit for, and they're much better than anything that does win an Oscar. So, yeah. Sorry, I went on a little rant here at the end of this video, but whatever. It's all topical. It's part of the topic of Slumdog Millionaire that I brought up, so yeah. Anyways, that'll do it for today. Thanks for watching and listening to my rambling story about Golden Globes and Oscars, and catch you later. Peace.